Great. When it comes to working as a partner drill, hand pads can be a very effective tool. We know that not everybody has hand pads at home, so we can still do this without hand pads. You can use the palm of your hand for being a good pad holder. When it comes to being a good pad holder, it's important to understand that you as the pad holder have as much to do with the student's success as the student themselves. It's important that we give them good feedback with our hands and provide a stable striking surface. So one of the things that we want to do is make certain that as a pad holder, you also are having rotation within your body and that you are leaving some bend in your elbows, both for your own safety and for providing that feedback to the student. Additionally, we also want to make certain that you always throw across the body. So if Siva Christine is my partner and she's throwing her left lead, it's coming all the way over here to my left side. You'll notice when that happens, the palm of my hand, or if I had a hand pad here, the face of the hand pad matches the orientation of her hand. If I had asked her to throw this hand to this side, you'll notice that I'm not providing a flush surface, and it's actually encouraging her to strike with the wrong portion of her fist. So whenever we're doing pad holding, we're always throwing across the body because, again, we're trying to encourage that rotation, to encourage the student to come to the center. And so as a pad holder, we're also going to come to the center each time. And again, notice my arm is nice and relaxed, but I'm giving some feedback. So we go back to the beginning, 1 and 2. And now we're going to look at how to do that properly and safely if you don't have hand pads. Siva Christine is going to coach me through the hand pad drill, give you an example of what you can do with your children or with a partner. And in order to protect your hands, in case you don't have hand pads, we're going to have me put on protective gear. If you'll get that for me. The protective gear, hopefully you all have it at home. It's foam dipped hand gear that's designed to help protect everybody in case of accident. And so what I'm going to do is put that hand gear on and see if Christine is going to set up for the hand pad drills. We're going to do 4 different punching drills for you. We're going to do the jab by itself, we're going to do the straight punch by itself, we're going to do the hook by itself, and then we're going to pair up the jab and the cross, or the jab and the straight punch, because they work very well together.
So, if we're going to do this at an angle so you can see the sideways and my back is not facing to you. So as he gets back into his stance, like Siva Christopher was talking about, we're going to start with the lead hand jab. So I'm going to take my left hand, hold it up. One of the things is, instead of having it to be splayed out and extended, I can cup it so that this can fit right into the palm of my hand as I'm having that punch come at me. The other thing that I like to talk about with the kids is I have them look at their gear. This circle right here, that's what's supposed to be trying to be punching in the center of the palm. So if you're the one holding the hand pads or holding your hands up for them to punch, really make certain that they get that circle in it instead of trying to get the top here and punching straight out like that. So if we start, we'll do 3 of each, starting with that jab. Again, I'll be giving a little bit of feedback, kind of like we're doing patty cake or some hand slapping drills with each other. So when he does that lead hand jab, 1.
How hard do we want to be throwing, Siva Christine?
Very good question. This shouldn't be something that we're doing really hard. This is just about getting that technique right. And again, we're looking at that rotation. So it's about doing the technique properly, not about doing it strong at this particular point in time.
Thank you.
Starting with that jab, 1. And then we check to make sure everything's in place. He has his hand, he's punching with that circle there, both of his feet are on the ground, and he has the rotation. Then we can return back. And then 2. Again, check, make certain everything is in place, and then return. As you see, I start counting first instead of counting their numbers so that I am prepared for that punch, and I can make certain that I can receive it well enough rather than just letting them punch whenever and I count behind. This way it gives them the cue of when to go, and it also allows me to be ready to receive that punch as it's coming in. So we'll do 2 more at a quicker pace so that he's going to do the punch and then return on his own.
That's a fantastic point.
Ready? 1, 2. Excellent. Now we'll move on to that straight punch. Again, having that rotation, going back to the slower movement, making sure everything's lined up as we do it. I'll be switching hands to my right hand so that, as Sifu talked about, you're coming across the body and they have something to set in place. Starting with that straight punch, 1. And then we check to make certain. This is also for the hand pad. If you notice that I didn't quite get it down the center, hitting the heel, so I need to adjust to make certain that I'm getting it for a better auditory and physical feedback for him, and that I am setting myself up to receive it much better. This is not going to be as good for me. This is going to be better. So this is something that the hand pad people can work on as well. And then we return, and we do number 2, and I make certain that I get right down that center. If you look, again, that circle's coming right to the palm. This is straight, everything is lined up to where it should be. And return. Now we'll go on to the 2 that are quick. I count, he does the punches and returns. 1, 2. Excellent. Very last punch, we're going to go into the hook. I'm going to have to come a little bit closer because this is a closer range, so you want to make certain that you get the correct range. One of the ways to look at it is have him do this hook, so have whoever's doing the technique, so that you can place yourself right where it is appropriate so that you can catch that hook in the right spot and he has everything rotated and lined up properly. So then we have him return back to his stance, and 1, and freeze. Making certain that everything's lined up, hand is up, fists are in the right place, rotating, and weight is on both feet. And again, 2, everything's lined up, we're all in the right place, and return. This is where we'll do it a little bit quicker, where he does the punch and then returns on his own. 1, 2. Excellent. The very last one is going to be that lead hand jab, straight punch. This is where you really get to look at that rotation and make certain that they're not just punching with their arms here, but they're getting that full rotation within the shoulders and the hips and the feet, but also making certain that their feet are planted firmly on both feet. I'm going to start with the left, so we'll do it slow again, but we'll just have a slight pause, not a very big one because we want to get that movement between the 2 different punches. So he starts with a lead hand jab, pause, straight punch, and we get that rotation on both of them, the lead hand jab, straight punch, and return. So it's at a nice slow pace, making certain both of us can get down that center and have it so that we are successful in making that happen. Next, we'll do it a little bit quicker, and this speed is just going to depend on your guys' ability to work this out together, making certain that everybody is staying safe while doing this. Ready? 1, punch, punch, and then he returns, and 2, punch, punch, and then he returns. All of that was well. If you start, we'll do a couple more of the lead hand jab straight punches so that you can start to hear that auditory, which is where you can kind of get the 1, 2, 1, 2, so you can get the rhythm and they can start understanding the rhythm of punches going in. So we'll do a couple more with the lead hand jab straight punch. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. So you can start to hear and they get that feedback of both physically and auditorily on this is the rhythm that it's supposed to be. Now if we're not having that rhythm, you can definitely hear it where there's a pause in the middle where he goes 1, 2, and 1, 2. So they're not connected together. We want to keep those connected so that we can build upon each other with those punches together.
So once you get the basics down and we are maintaining that rotation in the body, you can start building combinations and pairs of things and mixing up that hand pad work at home on your own. Case in point, you just want to make certain that the body is rotating. So if you're pad holding for somebody, ensure that their body is rotating with you. Anytime we see just a hand head out by itself, we want to stop the drill and go back and reinforce those proper habits. They say that practice makes perfect, but the truth is perfect practice makes perfect. So if we want to use this time away from the studio to study at home, we want to ensure that we're putting in the right repetitions. Steve Christine will now take us through a little variety of hand pads with just those 3 techniques that we've looked at.
All right. We're going to be doing just some variety of different things. There's no script for this. You can just do it at your own pace and at your own ideas of which ones you want to see can fit together. So starting with, and I'll have a clap in between. So we'll go jab, jab, straight, straight, hook, hook, jab straight, jab straight, jab, jab, straight, straight, jab straight, jab straight, hook, hook, jab, hook, hook, straight, straight, jab straight, jab hook, jab hook. Some different sequence that you can go through. You can double up on them, but those are just some fun things, and play with it, see which ones work together.
Again, thanks for joining us for this Academy of Modern Martial Arts instructional video series. We hope it's been beneficial to you and that you get some great use out of this at home. Thank you.